Hello, Bhavani. Am I audible?
Good evening.
Good evening, Bhavani. Okay,
Mm.
let me share the screen.
Wait. Mm.
Okay, is it visible to you?
Yes.
All right, all right. Okay, so in last class, what we have practiced? Okay, so in last class,
Us.
we have discussed about the introduction to CSS, and then we have seen the types of CSS. Okay, can you please tell me how many types of CSS are there? First one is inline. Second one is internal CSS, and the third one. Can you please tell me the last one? Do you remember? Okay. Anyway,
External CSS and inline
yeah,
CSS, internal CSS.
correct, correct. Good, good. So we have three different CSS, and internal CSS is also known as embedded CSS, right? Okay. So CSS syntax we already know. We knows about colors, backgrounds, and borders. We have discussed about the font, text styling. Okay. Uh, have you watched video on box model which I have shared to you? Okay, so let me tell you about the box model. Let's start with box model. Okay, so what is our today's agenda? We will understand about the box model. Okay, and after box model, we will understand about the padding, margin, uh, uh, padding, margin, border, which we have already seen, but with box model we will also cover this. And the third, which is important one, which is position. Positions we will understand. Okay. So in order to understand the box model, let's create one file. that is index.html. Okay, and here we will write the basic HTML code, right? So this is known as boilerplate code. Okay, so here I am writing box model, right? And let's suppose I'm creating here one box. Okay, so for creating the box, what I will do, I'll create one div. Okay, and in this div I'm writing text is what, box, correct? And can I provide id to this div? So in order to provide the id to this div, what we need to do, which attribute we will write, which attribute we will write the id attribute, and here we will write box 1, correct? Okay, so if I will run this code, will it look like a box? Is it looking like a box?
No.
It is not looking like a
No.
box, right? Yes, yes. So how we can make it like a box? We will apply the CSS. Okay. So where we will write the CSS? We will use the external CSS. So here I am writing style dot CSS. Style is the name of the file. Dot CSS means this file is containing CSS code. Okay. So how to write comment in CSS? Like this. Okay, if you will press control plus question mark, then you will get this comment. Okay, so this is what external CSS. Okay, so compiler will not read this. It is for our understanding only. Okay, so here I am saying what is the ID of this box one. So how to select a div with ID? How we can select particular element through ID? Which specifier we need to mention first? We need to mention here hash and then ID name. ID name is what? Box1, right? And after that we use this. So if I write here color red, is it changing? Is color changing or not? Color is not
No,
changing.
no.
Why it is not changing? See, what is the ID name? ID name is box1.
Box one. So we
And
have to write a box one only.
okay, let's write box1. Still
B.
it is not
B
right.
capital.
But here we have given box1 is what in a small. So similarly, we have to write here same ID name. Okay, but whenever you are using ID, you need to use which symbol? Hash symbol. Remember this. I have already told you. Whenever we are using ID, hash symbol will come first. Now the question is why color is not applying means we are writing CSS in separate file, which is style.css. Does index.html knows about style.css? It does not know anything about style.css. So what we need to do? We need to provide the linking. Are you understanding my point? We need to link this file style.css. We need to link. How to link? We will use the link tag. Right now, we use the link tag. In the link tag, what we write? We write two attributes. One is rel and second is what? href.
HRF.
Can you please tell me what will be the value of rel and what will be the value of href?
HRFS means navigation. RL means like a style
Relation.
sheet.
Yeah.
HRF is a external dot CSS. We can link.
REL means we have to tell the relation. This is what style sheet.
Yes, style sheet.
And where is the style sheet? Here you need to mention. So both
Yes,
are in the same
the
folder. You
location.
can write
Mm.
style.css.
Yes,
Same
yes,
name. Exact
exactly.
same name you have to provide. Now see, the color is changing or not. If I say blue, will it come or not? It's coming. It's applying. Okay. So is it looking like a box? Still not looking like a box. So what we can do, we can create a border. Border is what? Let's suppose 5 pixel. Uh, just okay, 5 pixel border. Border style is what? Solid. And border color is, let's suppose, green. Okay, or maybe brown, right? Okay, but still it is not looking like a box. So how we can make it like a box? We can provide the width. Can we provide width like 300 pixel? Okay, so let's give width is what? 200 pixel. Let's give 100 pixel. Okay, so it's 150. Let's give 150. 150 is fine. Okay, let's give height as well. Height is what? Let's suppose 150 pixels, same height. Okay, it is looking like a box, right? Now let's understand box model. So to understand the box model, I need to go to the inspect, right click, and here you will see inspect. Okay, and I will click here, and I will click on this second last option, dock side, second last option. First click here, and then so here your both screen is coming together. Okay, so box model tells about the content, padding. Okay, whenever we talk about the box model, it means we are talking about the margin. Can you see here? Is it visible to you, this thing? So this is what we are talking about, margin, and we are talking about border and padding, then content, right? So let's suppose I will click here. So each element in HTML is having box model, right? So I clicked on this element. What is our element name? Div, right? So if you will see the content of this, so this is what content. This area is what content area. Can you see the blue side here? So this is the content, and right now there is no padding here. There is no, okay, okay, border is there. Can you see borders? It is displaying the border, and there is no margin because margin is what? Zero. So can I give margin to it? Can I give border to it? Yes. So let's suppose, okay, anyway, we will write here. What we will write here? Let's suppose I am writing padding. Padding is what? 20 pixel. Padding 20 pixel means we are giving padding from all the sides. So if you will see here, here what is it is showing? Can you see the padding it is displaying? What is padding? The space inside the border. Okay, see when I'm increasing the padding value, so the box size is increasing. Okay, so this is what padding, and border we have already there. Okay, this is our content area, this is the padding area, this is the border, and there is no margin because margin is 0. So we can give the margin as well. Okay, let's suppose margin is 40 pixel from all sides. Can you see margin is also coming? If I will over my cursor on margin, so it is displaying the margin, right? So for more understanding, let's search about box model in CSS. Okay, can you see this? So it is when we talk about box model, so we are talking about content, padding, border, and margin. Do you understand margin, border, padding, and content?
Yes, understand.
Okay, all right. So let's understand about the inline element and block level element. We have discussed about the inline element or not? Do you know about the
Oh,
inline and block level element?
inline means inside an HTML tag.
That is inline CSS. Let me tell
Yeah.
you about the inline elements. Okay.
Inline elements you're saying.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Okay. So, so I'm creating another file here, which is inline. Okay, inline block.html. Okay. So I'm closing this file and I'm closing this file, and here I will write HTML code, right? So see, types of elements, display property. Okay. So we are having three types of elements. Okay. We are having three types of element. One is inline element, second is block elements. Okay, sometimes we call it block level element, and the third one is inline block elements, right? So so let me tell you about inline elements. So for example, if I'm writing here is like if I'm writing here a tag, okay, or maybe I'm writing here span tag, and in the span tag I'm writing hello, right? So let me just check the output of this. Okay, so what I'm getting hello, so nothing special here. But let's suppose if I'm writing here another span and I'm writing here HTML, so both are coming in the same line or not? If I'm writing here span,
Yes, yes, yes.
and I'm writing CSS. So these all the text is coming in the same line.
The same line.
So such
Yes.
elements are known as inline element. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, let's talk about block level element. So for example, I'm writing here h1. Here I'm writing uh, element 1. Okay, and I'm writing here paragraph element 2, and I'm writing here one more tag which is, let's suppose, div, and I'm writing here element 3. So have you noticed something between these elements and these elements?
Yes.
What did you notice?
See, we are writing span means in one line only. Heading one means heading one paragraph division we are writing. So it's coming in a one by one line.
Yes, if I'm writing here a tag, or if I'm writing here list of inline elements in HTML. Okay, can you see this? So these all are the inline elements. Let's suppose I'm using here b tag as well. Okay, so these all inline elements will come in the same line. Okay, so the inline elements are coming in the same line. The content of inline elements coming in the same line. Okay, but the moment I'm writing block level element, the moment I'm writing which level element, block level element, so content is coming in different lines. Okay, means one content in one line at a time, right? So this is what inline elements and block level elements. But we can change the behavior of this. Like if you want, see, one more thing here you will notice. Let me write CSS. Okay, so here I'm writing with CSS, internal CSS. Why? Because I'm writing in head. So when you are writing CSS in head, so you will use style tag. And I want to provide CSS to this span tag. Okay, so can I select the span tag by writing the tag name itself? Span. Okay, I'm writing just border, 2 pixel solid red. Can you see how much space border is taking? I mean, how much space this content is taking? As much space required to this text. Understanding? Other than that, it is not taking like whole space. It is taking only the required space. Means this span tag is what inline tag, and it is taking only the required space. And let's suppose I am providing border to h1 elements. So see, which element I'm going to provide? Border h1 element. How to provide border? Let's suppose 3 pixels solid, and let's suppose blue. So can you notice the difference between both? So when I'm providing border to the block level elements, how much space it is taking? Full space. This content is taking how much space? This complete space. But similarly, when I'm providing border to the inline elements, how much it is space it is taking? Only the required space.
Required space.
Are you getting any confusion till here?
No, no, no. Inline elements taking only required spaces, and block elements taking much space.
Yes, fantastic. Means you are understanding. Okay, next. Okay, let me ask you one question. Here is the A tag. Okay, and I'm selecting A tag. Okay, and I'm providing background. color. Okay, so I'm not giving the background color. You tell me when I will provide the background color to a tag, so how much color this text will take, required
Much
or
it will be required, it will only take. How much it will required for the content it will take.
yes, very nice. Okay, next question is, this is the element 2. If on element 2, who is containing element 2? Paragraph tag. If I will
Paragraph.
select the paragraph, so if I will write the
It will
background
take
color,
entire the that line.
yes, you got it. You got my point. So it is taking entire. So block level elements is taking what? Inline elements. Okay. So span is which level?
Span
Span is
is
what?
inline element.
Inline element.
Span is
Inline
inline element.
element. Okay. So means see, whenever you are saying span is inline element, so by default CSS write here property which is display inline. That is why by default, see, we are not writing or we are writing. If you will write or not write, but by default, this span display property is what? Inline. See, every element is having display property. This h1 is also having display property, but here we are not writing. But by default, it is having display property. So h1 is having display property which is block. A is having display property which is inline. Okay, inline element having by default inline display property. Remember what I'm trying to say. Inline elements are having display property inline. Block level elements are having display property block. Right? Can I interchange the property? Let's see. What I'm saying, this span. When I'm talking about this span means this content. So can I change this inline to block? If I change inline to block, what will happen? Can you see what's the difference? Have you
Is
noticed?
taking entire border.
Yes, it is behaving like a block element. It is
Yeah,
behaving like a
block elements.
block element. Okay, so let's keep it inline only, right? Let's okay. So can you please tell me? I want some space. I want to increase the width of this border. Can I increase? Can I decrease? Let's see. For example, this is h1. When I'm saying this h1 means I'm talking about this element, right now. So if I decrease the border width, can I do this like 200
Yes,
pixel?
we can do it.
If I want to increase, can I increase?
We can.
Okay, now my question is, this is the span element. I'm talking about this content, hello. If I
Okay.
write here width and I'm writing value is what? 400 pixel.
Okay.
Is there any change on this element?
No, no, no changing.
Okay. Next is here on h1 element, if I will provide the height, okay, semicolon. Okay, if I will provide the height, will it take height given by us? It is taking height. Can I
Yes.
decrease height? Yes.
We can.
Okay, let's try to apply height on this span. Span means this hello wala element.
It
So
it won't change, I think so.
yes, it won't change. If I write 200 pixel, nothing happening. 200 pixel,
Mm.
nothing happening. Okay, 500 pixel, 400 pixel, nothing happening. Why? Try to note here one point. Whenever there is a inline element, you cannot apply width and height property on inline elements.
Okay.
Okay, display properties of elements. HTML elements. Okay, so there are how many types of display properties? There are three types. One is inline, second is what? Block,
Block
third
and
one is
inline block.
inline block,
Block.
right? And this inline block are separated by hyphen, right? Note, display is inline. We can't provide height and width to the inline elements, right? Display block. We can provide height and width to the block element. Understanding? Examples of inline elements. So what are the inline elements?
Span A
Span tag, है ना? A
and
tag
A tag and
and
B tag.
B tag and so many. Okay,
Yeah.
don't need to remember all, but you have to understand the concept only. Otherwise, these are the span. These are the inline elements. These all are the inline elements. No need to remember all, but need to understand the concept. Okay, etc. Okay, so for block level elements, right? Example of block elements. Tell me the example, like H1, okay, H2, H3, H6, all are the block level. Paragraph, and one more, div is also, okay, when you are writing header. So this is also inline, etc. I mean block level. You can check here also, like section and header is not given, I guess. Okay, so let's take select because select is block level. So keep here select etc. So these are the example of block level. And one more thing, if you will notice, one more thing. For example, let me just, okay, see, whenever we are writing H3 elements or whenever we are writing H2 element, so this H2 element will not allow element 3 to come in the same line. Okay, so whenever the new content will come, it will always start from the new line. Why? Because element 2 is taking complete width, but here it is not the same thing. When H1, when inline elements, so they will take the required space only and the remaining element will continue from the same line. That is why they are inline. Understanding?
Yeah, understood.
Okay, so can we provide padding to the inline element? Yes, we can provide padding, we can provide margin, but we cannot provide what? Width. But let's suppose
The width, height and
span
width.
span is what? Inline element. Correct? Span is what? Inline element. Am I correct?
Inline element.
Can I make it
Yes.
block level element? Can I make it block level element? Yes, we can make it block level.
Yes.
How? We can modify the display property. So we can say block. So the moment you have said span is block, it is considering this width and this height, right? And see, here space is remaining, but still it is not allowing HTML to start from here, right?
We gave like a block
Yes, yes.
because
Block label element does not allow. If I provide here background color as well, background background color is black. Okay, so it is taking this particular space. Okay, you might thinking why it is not coming in the in this side as well. Why this black color is not coming this side also? When I'm saying background color black, so why it is not coming outside the border? Because we have kept the width is what? 400. If I will comment this, you can see it is taking full width. Okay, so can I make this inline element? I mean, this is the block. H1 is what? Block. So by default the display property of H1 is what? Block. Okay, so there is no change because H1 by default block. So can I make it inline? Can I make it inline?
yes, we can.
Let's do. So see, the moment I have written inline, it is starting after the CSS. If I will remove, if I will comment this, so it is not starting after CSS. It's starting from the new line because a block element never start from continuation. It always start from new line. But when you make it inline, the block level element, if you will convert into inline, how it is coming? It's coming like this. But the width and the height, whatever you are giving, it's not applying. It's not applying. Right? So if you want to make it, if you want to apply them, what you need to do? You need to make it block.
Block
So
level.
yeah, so that is then only it is applicable. Okay, all right. So let me teach you one more concept here so that uh, we can complete these three concepts. So let's talk about inline block. Okay, please pay attention now because this is the important concept. The last one is the important inline block elements, right? See, once you will cover this basic thing, then you will be able to create good projects by yourself. You might be thinking why we are learning this small thing, why we are not creating like big projects. So the answer is, once you will clear your small basics concepts, then you know about all the tools, you can create anything. But understanding the basics is important, right? Hope you are understanding what I'm trying to say.
Understanding.
Okay, so here I'm creating div, and I'm creating here div 2. Okay, so this div is let's suppose box 1. Okay, box 1 only, and this is div is what? Box 2, and this div is box 3, and this div is box box 4. Okay, so can you please tell me this div is what type of element?
It's a block level element.
Yes, you can can you find here div? Div not there. But still this div is a what? Inline element. Okay. No, sorry. It is a block
Block
level.
level element.
Yes, yes, correct, correct, correct. It is block level element. Okay. How you can see? How you can say? Because all the box 1, box 2 starting with this.
New
Okay.
line. New line.
New line. Okay. For as of now, I'm just removing this. I'm not removing, but I'm commenting this so that we can understand that we can focus on that concept only. So I'm just commenting this code. Okay. So right now we have these three boxes, right? So I want to give some width. So how can I do? See, I don't want to style any other div. I want to style this div and this div. So I'm what providing ID attribute, and this is also having ID. But what is the ID? ID, let's suppose B1, B2, any name you can give, B3 and B4. Understanding this? Okay, there is no change, right? There is no change on this. Just we have given the ID. Why I'm giving the ID? Because now I will not select with the element name, but I will select the element by ID name. Okay, so let's write here CSS. Okay, so if I write here walk v1, so v1 I'm talking about which div? Div 1. I'm talking about this, the top div. I'm talking about this div, means I'm talking about box 1, right? So let's try to give some border. Okay, like a 3 pixel solid and red. So it's coming like this. Okay, I can I increase and decrease the width? Yes.
Yes, we can.
Can you please tell me what's the display property of this B1? What's the display property of this box 1?
Box. Box one. Box one.
No, no, display property. I'm not asking the content. The box 1 is the content name. As you said, this
Yes.
div is a block element. So what is the default
Yes.
display property?
This
See, here I have written,
inline. 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 Inline.
is it inline or block? Div is a block element or inline element?
Actually, div is a block element.
Right now, so what is the display property of this? The display property will be block only.
Block. Yeah.
Okay, if there is no change in the content, means you have written the correct property, right? So this is a block label. So if it is a block label, can we apply width? Yes.
Height, width,
Yes, can we
everything
apply
we can
width?
apply.
I mean height.
Yes.
Yes, right. So it's coming like this. And similarly on box 2, right? B2. Box 2 means B2. B2 also I want to provide the border. Okay, but I want to change some border. I mean, I want to change the border color. Are you understanding this much?
Yes,
And
understanding.
I want to give some space between these two border. How we can give a space
Cell
outside the
padding.
border? A space outside the border. What we call them? A space outside the border. See, here is the box model. This is our border.
Yes.
A space outside
Hmm.
the border. What we call it?
Margin.
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 So what we have to provide? Margin. To this B2 we have to provide what? Margin. 20 pixel. Okay, so this margin is coming from all the sides. But let's suppose you have to provide top margin only. So you can write here what you can write here margin top. So this margin is coming from top only now. Okay. Similarly, we have another box which is B3. Okay, on B3 also we want to give the same property. If you have any doubt, you may ask me, right?
Okay.
Yes. So I'm just changing the color. Similarly, I want to create box 3. I mean box 4. And I'm giving color here yellow. Uh, is there any doubt so far? Is there any doubt in any property of
No,
CSS?
no, no.
All clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay. Now my question is, I want to I want to keep these all box in the same line. See, all box are
Mm.
coming in the new lines, but I want all the box in the same
Inline.
line.
Inline. In
To whom?
display, we can write not a block. We can write like a inline.
Okay, so can I call all the diffs? Can I make all the diffs? Okay, see, here I am using what? Name selector.
Div.
And here I am using what? ID selector. An element we can call with different ways, right? We can select an element by its name or by its ID. We have discussed earlier in selectors topic. So this complete element, you can select either element name or ID name or class name. So I am selecting it with element name so that when I write div, so it cover all the divs. Okay. Otherwise, what will happen individually? I have to give here inline, here also inline, here also inline, here also inline. But at a time, I want to target to all. So what I'm saying, all the div, all the divs provide inline property. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say?
Understanding.
Due to applying common properties, I'm writing name selector. So here I will write, as you said, we can write display inline.
Inline.
Okay, so it is not working. Why? Because ID is having more priority. All right.
And
Yes.
one more thing,
Yes.
we
Yes.
won't give a div. Actually, we have to give like a span. Why? Because div is a block level element, right? And
Yes.
span is inline element.
Yeah, that is your query is correct, but I will not answer it because by the end of the lecture you will get the answer. Okay. So
Okay.
here what I will do, I will
Okay.
just make it inline. I am trying to make inline B1. Can I make it inline? Yes. Can I make the B2 also inline? So both are coming in the same line. But my requirement
Yes.
is what? It is coming in the same line. That is true. But size should be the same. The moment I am making it inline, what happening? It is just taking the required space only. But I want like this. Can you see box 3? I want to have it like this in the same line. How we can do this? See, if you will make it inline, the third box also inline. So it will also take the required space. And we also have discussed like width and height does not allowed on inline element,
Inline elements.
right? So width and height allowed on which element?
Block level element.
Block level element. So means we have to keep it in inline, as well as we have to provide the width and height. Okay, our requirement is, first requirement has fulfilled, all are coming in same line, but the second
Same line.
requirement is not fulfilled. Why? Because we are we have to
Width and
provide
height.
width and height, and it is not applicable. So for this, we have third property of display, which is known as inline block, right? We have
Inline block.
discussed
Okay.
about inline, we have discussed about the block. Now try to inline block. See, inline means all the elements will come in the same line. Block means it will allow width and height in the same line. Understanding? Let's try to apply it.
Yes. Yes, understanding.
So here, instead of writing inline block, let me just copy this hyphen because this key is not working properly. So where I have to provide, so let's suppose box 1, if I say not inline but inline block, so can you see width and height applied on that element, and it is not taking all the space, and all the content is not starting from the new line, right? Can we apply the same on each element?
Yes. Yes.
Right? Is that clear?
Understand.
All right, that's great. Okay, so let's see one more thing. I want to give here color. I want to provide color to each box. So how can I provide color to each box? Background color.
Background color.
Okay, so here I am saying orange, and here similarly I will give different background color to each. Tell me the color name. Sky blue.
Yes.
All right. Next favorite color of your daughter?
Green
Gray. Nice.
or purple or purple.
Purple.
Okay. It's okay.
You know, issue. All right.
Yeah.
I want to increase the thickness of the border as well. So let me just give size some like 10 pixel. Okay, that is fine. Here also, here also, right? I want to give some shadow to it. Or, okay, I just want to round this corner. Okay, I want to round the border. How can I do? How can I make the round border rounded? So here you can write one property which is border radius. Okay, so in radius
Okay.
you can provide 10 pixel or 20 pixel, 30 pixel, 50 pixel. I mean 50 pixel. Okay, so like that it is coming. You can provide 100 pixel as well. Okay, so like it is coming like a circle. Okay, but let's suppose I have to provide 10 pixel only, right? So can you see curve? There is curve in border. I want to apply this to all.
We can change the border to like a circle. or
Yes, yes,
curve.
we
We
can
can change it.
customize. Yes, yes. Okay, so we can do this. We can change
Okay.
the shape of the,
Like triangular, triangle, rectangle.
yeah,
Like
that
we
is
can
also,
give.
yes, yes. That also we can do, but that is little advanced. We will discuss them in
Okay.
separate lecture. Okay, but for this, I want to
Just
provide.
now I saw.
Sorry.
Just now I saw the borders
Uh-huh.
are different, not like square,
Uh,
like
right.
curved it will be.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm asking.
Yes, yes. No issue, no issue. That is fine. Totally fine. Okay. So I want to give some shadow, background shadow. So can I write here box shadow? So there is a property called box shadow, right? And in the box shadow, you can mention like first is what x-axis, second is y-axis, and the third one is blur ratio, how much you have to blur. Let's suppose 10 pixel. And next is color, which color you want to give. Let's suppose black color. So which, okay, this is about the third. I mean, I applied on fourth box. Okay, so can I say 30 pixel? So it is moving on x-axis, right? Can I give the negative value? So it is coming like this. Okay. So like similarly here, you can move it on y-axis as well, right? And if you see, at the same time, if you want to give some negative value, you can go to the y side, right? And it's up to you how much blur ratio you want to keep. Okay, so it is one blur, or you can make it 7. Okay, or you can make it 10, 20, like this. If you want to change the shadow color, so you may change the shadow color. Okay. Okay, so like that it is changing. So black. So I don't want to give x, so I will keep here x what 0, x axis, x value 0. I want to keep here y value also 0, and I want to keep the blur is what 5. Okay, like this. Okay, so similarly we can apply to all the elements. Getting this?
Yes, understanding.
Understanding? Okay, so now let's talk about moving this box. Can I move, can I change, can I shift the position of this box, like box 1 and box 2? So let's suppose there is one property called top. Okay, so if you will write here top 20 pixel or 100 pixel, is it moving anywhere? There is a property
No,
called left. From left to how much pixel we want to move? 300 pixel. Is it moving? Not moving. Why? Because by default the position of such elements, the by default the position of these elements is what? Static. If there is a static position, so this top and left will not work. Similarly, like when there is a block, I mean inline element, so width and height will not work. If there is a inline element, width and height will not work. Similarly here, when there is a static position, then top and left will not work. So can I make it? Can I change the position? So yes, I can make the positions. I can change the position. So we have different positions. Okay, so positions in CSS means we have position like static, which is by default of an element. Then we have absolute, then we have relative, and then we have sticky, and the fifth one we have, which is fixed position. Alright, so these many positions we have. So let's suppose I am providing this position is what, relative. So can you see it is changing? It is accepting this top and left. Can I increase the top by 200? Yes. Can I make it 300? Yes. So it is moving by because I have changed the element position is what, from
Relative.
static to relative we have done, right?
Yes.
Similarly, we can provide the position is what, absolute. So this will also move, right? But have you observed anything? For example, if I write static, please notice. Okay, I'm about to end the lecture, but before ending the lecture I want to let you know one big concept. Okay, so static, there is no change. When you are writing relative, so just observe this screen, this output. Okay, my box is there and remaining box are there. The moment I will write the absolute, have you noticed something? See, relative and absolute both are allowing top and left. But see, when you are writing absolute, so there is no occupied place. But when you are writing relative, there is an occupied place. The area covered by the box 1, which is still there, which is still there. Although our element is not there, but that area is still occupied, right? For example, if I target box 3 and if I say position relative, okay, and if I say top like 100 pixel, okay, or I can say 200 pixel, like this. So can you see there is space maintained when you are writing relative? It is occupying the space, although element is not there, but space is there. But if you are writing absolute, so it is removing the space, it is removing the element as well as it is removing the space. Is that clear to you?
Understand.
Okay, now try to understand one more property. So this is the, okay, let me just keep it more down. 340. Okay, so see, we have box 1 and box 3, two elements. Please observe. I want to keep this box 1 on the top of box 3. How we can do this? So if you want to keep box 1 at the top of box 3, you need to change the Z index. See, each element is having Z index. So by default, this Z index is what? 0. So if I write here Z index, okay, so if I write Z index and I will give the higher value, which is 1. So it is coming on top. Understanding? But let's suppose I want to bring this box 3 on top. So what I will do here also, I can give Z index 1. So why it is not coming? Okay, it's coming. It's coming now. Okay, so let's suppose I have given the Z index 10, right? To which box? To box 3, right now. And in the box 1, if I will increase, I want to bring the box 1 on top of the box 3. If I will increase the index like 2, is there any change? Box 1 is coming on box 3, on the top of box 3? Not. Are you listening?
No, no, it's not coming.
It's not coming. If I write 3, Will it coming? Will it come? No. Six,
Maybe we
seven,
have to write
eight, not.
y or x.
See, because see, this box 3 is having Z index what? 10. Okay, and this is having Z index what? 4. So which Z index is higher? This one is higher Z index or this one is higher Z index? This box 3 is having higher Z index. So higher means will on top. So if you want to keep box 1 on top, so you have to give just higher number to the Z index. Let's suppose 11. Understanding? So this is how
Yeah,
you can
understanding.
changing the position. I mean position as well as what we call it, ordering. Okay, ordering of the elements. I think that is all for today. Right now, you want code? Let me give this code on classroom so that you can practice. See, without practice, it's very hard to understand. So, do practice as much as you can do, right? And slowly, slowly, you will definitely enjoy this course once you will clear your all concepts. Do you have any doubt so far?
Understanding.
All right. Okay. So let me just. Your mic is unmute.
Just now I unmuted.
I'm not giving the assignment, but the material. So CSS, what we have studied, box model.
Box model today.
This is what
Padding,
exactly
matching.
right, right. So box model.
Shall we write CSS class 2, day 2?
Okay, that is fine.
Sounds okay.
Yeah, that is all right. Thank you.
Yeah.
No description. Create what to create docs. In the docs, I'll provide you these day two notes. Okay, so let me just bold it and let me provide you code as well. Code code one. Code one is what? Code one is this index.html right now. So this is which file index.html. The size is bigger. Okay, and the CSS we have written style.css as well. So style.css. Okay, so style.css is here, and later code 2, and code 2 is all about inline block. Okay, you can watch the recording if you face any issue. Okay, once you will done with this CSS and JavaScript, and then I will allow you to apply for the jobs, okay, as a front end developer. Meanwhile you will understanding the React as well, but meanwhile you will apply for the jobs.
Yes, sure, sure.
So this is the task we have created. So this is day 2 class work. Okay, so you can check this in material. In the classwork you will say date, you will see day 2 and you will get it. Okay, so that's all for today. Should we end
Thank
here?
you.
Most welcome. Bye bye. Have a good day.
Navid, Navid, Navid,
Yes,
Navid, Navid, Navid.
please, please.
One doubt,
Yes,
one doubt.
please.
Actually, we are linking like between Sumakir, we are linking like Wikipedia. We can't link like Google or Khan Academy.
Where on iframe?
Yes.
On iframe you are trying to link that particular websites.
Yeah, I'm linking. Those are not at all
How you are
coming.
linking? You are using
They
anchor tag or iframe?
like how. No, no, in iFrame only I'm linking. Only Wikipedia only coming. No other apps are not coming. Like
Okay,
browsers are not
I
coming.
can
Like
understand.
Google or Khan Academy.
I can
They are
understand.
not coming.
See, there are some websites which does not allow their content to share by the iframe tag, right? So
Okay.
it's not possible like all the everything will come through iframe. Uh, it's
Mm-hmm.
not possible. But some websites you may access. It doesn't mean you are writing wrong code, but there is a limitation of iframe. But you can
That's
access.
what I'm stuck there. May I writing the wrong code,
Yes,
or
yes.
those are not supporting, or
Uh-huh.
I am wrong. I'm wrong. I'm thinking that
Yes,
only.
yes, no issue. But what you can do, you can create such boxes. In this, uh, you can give the image of that platform. When someone click on this platform, so he will redirect to their platform. They don't want to access their websites by someone's screen. They want like user should go to their website. So we can send our traffic to their website directly by creating such box and
Okay.
clicking. All right. All right. Any other
Okay,
doubt?
Navid. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
No, no,
Good
no.
night.
Uh, Thank you. Good night. Bye.